Hey guys, it's me Talha. So in this video we'll be modeling home office design in Revit. Before I get started, I would like to suggest you check out my website learnrevitonline.com to get my Revit advanced courses, as well as you can check out my Patreon to get all my Revit project files. Now let's get started. So here I am in Revit, and as you can see I have already opened this project. Now first let's go to the south elevation here and select this level, and I'm going to make it 11 feet. Now let's go back to level 1 and create a room here. So select wall, select rectangle, and then change the unconnected height to 11 feet and just draw a rectangle here like so. Now let's select this wall and make it 10 feet, and here as well 10 feet. And let's create the floor. So select the floor here, and then I'm just going to draw the rectangle here and go to edit type, duplicate, and I want to create a new 6 inches floor. Just click OK, edit, and here put the 6 inches thickness, then click OK, OK again, and just click finish. And let's go to 3D. See, we got this wall, we got the walls and the floor here. Now let's press SD on the keyboard for the shaded view. Let's select this floor, and I'm going to copy this to level 1. So just click here, copy to clipboard, then click this drop down and select align to selected levels. Let's select level 2. Okay, there you go. Now I will just quickly hide this floor. So right click, hide in view elements. Perfect. Now let's create the ceiling here. So go to the level 1 in the ceiling plans, then select the ceiling here, sketch ceiling, and just draw a rectangle like so. Then select this line, and I will just move it 6 inches. Perfect. Now let's edit the ceiling, edit type, duplicate. I will create a new 1-inch ceiling. Just click OK, edit, and first let's delete this layer. You just need to select that, then delete, and in the structure we need to give 1-inch thickness. Now click OK, OK again, and then finish edit mode. And if I go to 3D, you see we got our ceiling here. Now let's change the height of the ceiling. So right now it's 8 feet. I will just make it 9 feet 6 inches from the floor. Perfect. Now let's hide this ceiling as well and go back to level 1, and we want to create a section view here because we want to create the workstation and the cabinets here. So let's create a section here like so, and then you can just double click here to go to the section view, and now we can create the cabinets here. So for that I'm going to use model in place. Let's use generic models here. Click OK. You can give it a name if you want to. I will just click OK, and let's select extrusion, and once you click on that, this dialog box will pop up. You just need to select pick a plane, click OK, and pick the face of this wall here. You can do that by pressing the tab key like so. Now first let's create the tall cabinets here. So select rectangle and draw a rectangle here. I will just attach this line to the ceiling. Now let's click here and make it 4 feet width. Then I'm going to draw a line in the middle of this like so. Then use pick lines and give 2 feet 6 inches offset from the floor here, and then 3 feet offset from here. Then you can use TR and just trim these lines here. Let's split this one, SL for split, then use TR and trim that one, and trim here as well, and then just click finish. Let's go to 3D. So we got the extrusion here, let's edit the depth of this extrusion. Here we have the parameter for the depth. Let's put 2 feet, enter. Perfect. Now let's go back to section view, and I'm going to create a void here for the doors. So let's go to create void forms, void extrusion, set the work plane to this face of this extrusion here, and then use pick lines and pick this one, and let's give an offset here 0.3 inches on this side, and then we can just close from here as well as here. Let's select this line and just move it to the floor here, as well as this one, just move it to the ceiling. Perfect. Let's click finish model, go back to 3D, and we need to edit the depth of this void, so let's make it 0.3 inch, enter. There you go. We have created this void here. I think we need to move it. Let's go back to section view, then select this void, move, and just move it here. Perfect. Now we can create the other cabinets here. Let's go to create, select extrusion, pick a plane, pick the face of this wall, and then draw a rectangle here, like so. Let's make it 2 feet. The reason why I'm using another extrusion to create this cabinet, because I want to apply different material to these cabinets. Anyway, let's click finish and change the depth to 2 feet. Perfect. And now let's create the void for this cabinet doors. So let's go to create void forms, void extrusion, pick a plane. Let's create 3 lines here. Now let's equally divide the spaces between these lines. For that we can use dimension. Just create the dimensions like this, and then select the dimensions and just click this EQ button, and there you go. The sizes of these cabinets has been equally divided here. Now we can delete these dimensions and use pick lines and give 0.15 inch offset on both sides of this line here. Then select these 2 lines, copy from the middle one, paste here, here as well. Now we don't need these middle lines, so let's delete the middle lines here, and then we can just close the rectangle here as well. Just close these 2 rectangles also. Perfect. So let's copy this one from the corner and paste here. Click finish, go back to 3D, and we need to edit the depth here. Let's make it 0.3 inch. Perfect. So we have created these small cabinets here as well. Now let's create the desk here as well as the shelves. So first I want to create these shelves. So let's go to create, select extrusion, pick a plane, pick the face of this wall, select rectangle, and just create a rectangle here like this, and give the offset here 1.5 inch, and then just draw another rectangle. Just hit space bar to draw the rectangle inside of this one. Now let's draw a line in the middle of this, then use pick lines and give 0.5 inch offset on both sides here. Delete the middle line, use SL for split split here as well, then use TR, trim these lines and click finish. Okay, let's change the depth to 2 feet, same as the cabinets. Perfect. Now let's create the desk here. So go to create, extrusion, set the work plane to the face here, face of this wall, and then use pick lines, pick this one and then this one. Let's select this and just drag it to the floor and use TR, just trim that one and then use pick lines again. And okay, before that I just want to move this up 1.5 inch. Now let's use pick lines, give 1.5 inch offset, pick this line, this one as well, and then we want to close here and here as well. Then use TR and trim this line, click finish and change the depth of this extrusion to 2 feet. Perfect. So now let's create the horizontal voids here for the drawers. Let's go back to section view, go to create, void forms, void extrusion, pick the face here and let's draw lines here. I want to create 3 drawers here, so I created these 2 lines. Now to equally divide them, we can use the dimension tool again. Just create the dimensions like this and then select the dimension and click this EQ. There you go. Let's delete these dimensions and use pick lines and give 0.15 inch offset on both these sides here. Select these 2 lines, copy from the middle one, paste them here, just delete this middle line here as well and then close the rectangle. Just click finish, go back to 3D, change the depth to 0.3 inch. Perfect. So I think our model is now ready here. Let's apply the material parameters to these extrusions. So first I'm going to select these tall cabinets and then click this button, associate family parameter, create a new one. Let's call it tall cabinets. Click OK. OK again and select this extrusion. Click here, create new, and I'm just going to call it Workstation or whatever you want to call it. Just click OK. OK again and now select these cabinets, click associate family parameter, create a new one. Let's call it small cabinets. OK. OK, and this one we want to call it shelves. Click OK. OK again and click finish model, select this extrusion, and if I go to edit type, and you will find all the material parameters here. Now let's click OK, and I want to create the baseboard here, as well as I want to create a wood panel on this side. So let's select this extrusion, edit in place, go to the level 1 here, then go to create extrusion. Let's use pick lines and give 1 inch offset from this wall and from here as well. And then we can use line and just close this sketch like so. Use TR and trim that one. So we have created this sketch for the baseboard. Now click finish, go to 3D, and let's change the depth to 3 inches. Perfect. Now let's go back to level 1, and I want to create a wood panel here For that also we can use extrusion. Just draw a rectangle here until this cabinet, then select this line and make it 1.5 inch. Let's click finish and go back to 3D and change the depth to 4 feet. Perfect. Now let's quickly assign the material parameters to both these extrusions. So first let's select this one, associate family parameter, create a new one. Let's call it baseboard, and this one will be wall panel, wood panel. Click OK, finish model, and I think our model is now ready. Let's quickly apply the materials. So first I'm going to select this wall, edit type, and click here, create a new material. Let's call it concrete, and I'm going to open up the material library, go to appearance library, then go to concrete, let's use this one, concrete polished. Load this in, click OK, OK again, and if I change the visual style to realistic, there you go, we got the concrete walls here. Now let's change the material for the floor. Select the floor, edit type, open up the material browser here, create a new one, rename 002 floor, then open up the asset browser, go to appearance library and go to flooring here. Let's select wood, and I want to use this one. Let's load this in, click OK. Perfect. Now let's apply a material to the ceiling. So go to level 1, select the ceiling, edit type, edit, and I want to apply the gypsum material for the ceiling. Let's select that here, OK, and go back to 3D view, and now select this model, edit type, and first I want to create a new material for the baseboard. uh, 003 baseboard, and then open up the asset browser, go to plastic material here, and let's use this one. Click OK, and for the shelves I want to use a new wood material. So first let's create a new material here. Let's call it wood, and just click here to load a custom texture. Here I have this wood texture. I will just load this in, click on the image and increase the size to 3 feet, and let's make it a little darker by reducing the brightness. Perfect. Just click done. OK, and for the small cabinets I'm going to create a new material again. Let's call it gray, and open up the asset browser, go to appearance library, then plastic, and here we can choose a gray material, or we can just load this white material and just change the color here. Let's use this one, click OK, OK again, and for the tall cabinets let's use this baseboard white material. I will just rename it to white. Let's select that, click OK. And for wood panel we can use the same wood texture which we have created for the shelves. So I'm just going to copy this material name, Ctrl C, and paste that here. And for the workstation also I want to use the same material. Now let's click OK. There you go. Let's hide these walls. Okay, I notice here we need to rotate the texture on these horizontal faces here. So let's select this generic model, then edit in place, go to manage materials, and we can just duplicate this wood material. Right click, duplicate, and I will just add 90 degrees here because we want to rotate this texture 90 degrees. So before doing any changes here, we need to click this button, duplicate this asset, and then open up the image and change the rotation to 90 degrees. Click done, apply, OK. Now go to modify, and we can use paint tool to apply a different material to these faces here. So let's select this wood 90 degrees and then apply here in the shelves as well. And the face of this desk here. Perfect. Now let's click finish model, and I want to apply a white material to the wall here. So let's use paint tool again, and I will just apply a gypsum material to the wall. So let's search for gypsum, select the material and apply that to the face here. Perfect. Now we can place the components here. For that I am going to use blocks plugin. If you don't know about the blocks plugin, well, it's one of the most amazing plugins for Revit. This plugin provides you with 3000 plus Revit components. If you want to download this plugin, you can just follow the link in the description. Anyway, let's go to add-ins, and here I have the plugin. I will just open this up, and I need to log in here. So I'll just quickly log into my account, and here I'm going to search for a laptop. Let's select that and place it on the desk here. Perfect. So we have created this cool looking office design in Revit. So that's it for this video. In the next part we will render this scene in Enscape, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.